There is an abundance of thorns and thistles that grow from the earth in Israel. These plants grow out of the earth as tender small sprouts when the rains come. But it is during the timing of the wheat harvest at Shavuot that these plants have become large. What the scripture writes is true. These plants are in a seeming competition with the fields that grow grains. When the harvest has ended in the dry and dusty season between the feast, thorns and thistles have taken a prominent position on the earth. They will be the final plant to turn brown after all of the other plants. Eventually, they will also brown before the rain. Unlike the other plants, thorns and thistles will suffer the harsh dry winds and still be standing as sentinels when the rain returns. Anyone passing by them or through them are sure to suffer their sticks. It is written in the parable of the sower that the soil represents the heart, and what the soil grows represents the condition of the heart. It is written in the same passage that thorns represent the cares of life and riches. Matthew 13:22. He also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word. And the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. In 2 Samuel 23, verse 6, it's written that thorns are evil men. In Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 13, it is written that Israel planted wheat and grew thorns, that they had put themselves to pain. The beginning of our understanding comes in Genesis chapter 2, when it's written that in the day Elohim created the earth, there was seeds in the earth that were waiting to grow. They were waiting for the rain and for man to till or open the earth. In Genesis 3, it is written the ground was cursed because of Adam. But Adam would still be required to open the soil and grow bread, fighting the thorns and thistles. According to the parable of the sower, the fruit of Adam's heart choked out the word Elohim had spoken to him. According to 2 Samuel, Adam had an evil heart problem. In the story behind the story, the command to grow food requires opening the soil, which represents our hearts, and sowing wheat. Wheat represents the words of Elohim, so it also requires that we guard against the thorns and thistles that push in and stand as sentinels waiting to crowd out Elohim's words. In the book of Revelation, chapter 18, is written a warning about the whore and living luxuriously in the world system. It mentions those who lived by her system mourned and lamented her when she is destroyed. The sin of luxurious wealth has only become bigger as time has journeyed from the garden. Once we have the many things that are available from the world, a lot of time and care is invested in maintaining those things. However, there is another thing that is written about the thorns of life. It's in John chapter 19, verses 1 through 7. It is written, Yeshua, who was crucified in Golgotha, the place of the skull, wore a wreath of thorns pushed into his head. He is the second Adam that won the battle of the flesh, the battle over the thorns and thistles, allowing us to have victory from within if Yeshua lives in us. The dry season between the feasts holds a lot of valuable instructions. It's not a quiet time of waiting for the later feasts. It is a time of actively battling against the flesh, of watching and guarding against man's wisdom and man's religion. Plant wheat in the good soil of your heart. Do not allow the thorns and thistles,